Hi, hope you're doing well today. This is Inspiration Daily, November 14th, 2021. I'm Gina Greenlee of GinaGreenlee.com, and today's inspiration is the somatic mind. We tend to think of our minds in the Western world from the neck up, and boy, are people now realizing how much trouble they're getting into individually and as a society by negating the neck down, by negating your what's your body's wisdom. There's a book that everybody seems to be reading called The Body Keeps the Score, which actually is based on the work of, and again I'll put this in the transcript box, of the woman, the psychologist who wrote The Body Never Lies. And if you go on Amazon, there's like a gazillion, 85,000 reviews, and people are really, unfortunately, Western medicine is Frankensteinian. Yeah, I grew up in a time where you went to one doctor and they treated the whole person. Now you go to you go to the doctor for your eyes. I actually have a friend who is having issues with her eyes because she has glaucoma, and then she has something's going on with the retina, so they sent her to the retinologist, and then something's going on with the cornea, they sent her to the corneologist. One eye doctor, they divided up, Western medicine has divided up the eye, for crying out loud. There's a digestive system, gastroenterologist, something going on with your kidneys, nephrologist. It's just Frankensteinian, and it's like, these things are connected, people. So, and we're getting that in Western, in the United. Let's talk about the United States. I'm not going to talk about all the Western world. I live in the United States. I was born here. It's the culture I know. Another topic for another time. So I used to live a lot in my head, and there were reasons for that because of early life trauma, where you leave your body in order to survive the trauma. But with really, by starting to exercise, I stopped smoking when I was 20. I started when I was 16. I stopped when I was 20. I haven't smoked a cigarette in 40 years. When I started exercising, my body told me. I remember running for a bus when I was growing up in Manhattan. I was 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. I would run a block for a bus, and it would take me 8 blocks to recover. I'd be like, you're 20 years old, and you run a block, and then you can't breathe. That's a problem. And the reason that was happening is because I was a smoker, and I was damaging my lung capacity. And I remember thinking to myself, if this is what's going on with my lung capacity now, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it to 30. And if I do, it's probably not going to be pretty. So I stopped smoking. It was my body that told me that. If it was just my mind, and it was very difficult. Stopping smoking was, it took 3 attempts. And then the third time I stopped for good. The first time I stopped for 6 months. Second time I stopped for a year, and the third time I stopped for good. It's been 40 years, and I have no desire to smoke. But it was my body that gave me that wisdom. Even though intellectually, long before the tobacco industry was outed by Dr. Jeffrey Weigand for knowing how addictive that product is and remains, and is being offered in other forms, you really didn't have to be a rocket scientist to know that smoking is bad for your health. And so, but just knowing that is not enough. Just knowing that from the neck up is not enough. So it was my body. My body knows. My body doesn't lie. Your body doesn't lie. And that's what inspires me, the somatic mind. And so I've been sitting on my butt a lot because I write, and then I have a day job, which is a knowledge worker job. And so I'm just sitting on my butt all the time. And on my November 12th Inspiration Daily, I talked about Michael Phelpsing myself. Okay. Review it. I'll put the link to that November 12th Inspiration Daily in the transcript box. So, I always tell my, you really got to go for a walk. You really got to take the stairs. You really got to, and then it just loops around and nothing happens. Nothing changes. And then I go for a walk and I feel renewed. I am born again. And then I say to myself, Gina, your body knows. The minute I start walking, my body's like, this is what I need. What the hell have you been doing for the last 2 weeks? Nothing. And so that's what I love about the somatic mind. It is so wise. It knows so much more. We are so, in the United States, we are so into neck up living, and it's killing us, literally.